All right, welcome to the Pink Boys Crypto Cast. I'm your host, George W. Bush, and we're gonna get you educated in all things cryptocurrency. Now, watch this drive.
George, what are you doing in my house?
Hey, George,
Mr. President.
did you do it? Did you do the thing? You know?
Yep, I put down
George.
the. Go ahead,
George,
Mr. Obama.
Bring that sexy ass Barbara out, will you?
Yeah. Well, see, Barack.
Mr.
Barack,
President, I would quite like to suck you off, maybe come round the back of Tesco and give my bottom a good bashing in,
The English bottom bashers have struck again. Boris was getting into that in whatever boarding school he was at. There was probably some sort of initiation that went on,
Oh, he was part of the fucking club at Oxford.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm not gonna say that word.
No, wait, that was...
You just know.
That was David Cameron. I'm dying.
And Boris.
What'd you say, Tyson?
You just know Obama and Barbara Bush. They just.
I mean, Obama wanted to get with a woman eventually, right?
yeah.
Tyson trades. I did not have sexual relations with that woman.
Oh, man. Our last great president, Bill Clinton. Well, mine, even though the world revolves around whoever is president in America.
Your last great president
I'm
was
sorry. It was Lincoln.
a kiddie fiddler.
Kitty fiddler. No, Abe Lincoln was an awful president. He brought our country to the brink of ruin and is completely insincere in everything he said. And he was a fucking Lanklet. All Lanklets must die.
And he's making you see to this day, so that's based in my book.
Lanklet.
Yeah, that is true. That is.
Oh, wait, you're
that
not
is
a Lanklet, are you?
Me? No, definitely. Not many American Italian Lanklets out there, I'll tell you that much right now.
Yeah, but that's part of the charm,
All right, well, with that healthy introduction,
give
us a Lankin a chance, baby,
If like an Italian isn't bad, they'd be called like a wastelet, right?
Sure, Tyson. Thank you for throwing that bonus content in at the end. But you guys are indeed listening to the Pink Boys podcast, and we are fresh off boiling some hot Louisiana shrimp, and I'm just throwing it all in the bucket right now. We got some spicy stuff going on, so I'll just say a few things. Housekeeping: we're still trying to get to 300 subscribers. We actually got a few recently, so. Welcome, everyone. Supposedly. Enjoy your stay.
Hello.
And you guys listened to me a few videos ago and liked a lot of the stuff, so I guess keep liking it, and that's fine. You guys have anything like Stitcher, like Podcorn shit to say? You usually have to like add something on there. Are we?
Yeah, so everyone needs to, if you don't go over to Spotify and Apple Podcast and rate us 5 stars, I'm going to come over to your house, I'm going to punch you in your face, and I'm going to sleep with your dad.
What I'm going to do, I'll come to your house and click the liquidate button manually. And so...
No, fuck that. I'm going to finger your dog.
I'm going to steal
Is that your Dino?
And subscribe you to...
Yes, mate.
I'm
going to get all up in that gash.
Thank you. All right, well, now we've cleared all of that out, so I just wanted to say... I'll start out with Adam because he did that disgusting burp. Adam, how are you doing?
I'm good.
Yeah?
Like, once again, you were about to record without me while I was sleeping, but managed
you got
to
in
avoid
just
that.
in time.
Managed to avoid that.
I know. Unfortunately, you managed to avoid that.
You fucking asshole.
And now you're here. So things have been all right in the world, in the Aussie world. Yeah.
Well, I mean, I've been having a look at fucking the markets, and just the Bitcoin's just memeing around in the same zone, and it's like, nothing really to say about that, in my opinion.
It's pretty pathetic.
I do have one thing to say about that, actually. Have sex, touch grass.
Cold. Oh, geez. She's doing...
no bitches.
That is a good one. You're almost there. You got one more.
Made it.
Plus ratio.
Plus ratio, let's go.
No, you haven't said hold this L yet. So there's also that.
Hold this liquidation. Yeah.
So Twitter. So sounds like you've been on Twitter lately. Anything else going on that you want to let us know about? How are things? You're good to go?
Yeah, so I'm actually quite sick right now, and
Yo, man, that's like fully sick.
Please continue.
Yeah, it's not funny, man. Like, I'm going through it right now, and I could die. Like,
yeah, please do.
You ever
So I
thought
don't have to
about
kill
that, man?
myself.
That's really fucked up.
Don't talk about Zachary like that, Adam.
Yeah.
He's going through a lot, man.
No, Brayden is like he's going. His mom like fell off.
Brayden.
I don't ever want to be you. I want to be just
You're listening
like
to the
you.
Surfing Podcast. I'm your host, Corey. With a K.
Surfing is extremely difficult, but
It's
I don't
fun.
know if
I
you
love
guys have
surfing.
been-
Surfing's loads of fun.
Yeah.
I can't imagine
even
you
stand
actually
the fuck
pulling
up
it
on a
off.
surfboard. It's so fucking hard.
What do you mean? I lived like next to some of the best surf beaches in the world for like 10 years. Shut up. Yeah.
But you don't know where that giant comet hit in Australia, so you need
That
to go take a
has
look at
nothing to
that.
do with the other, you fucking idiot.
I know, for some reason, it's all I think about when it comes to Australia is that there's a big crater there that I saw in a horror movie 15 years ago while I was trying to finger my girlfriend at the time. But, Tyson, what's going on with you these days?
Hold on,
I've
we're
been
just
good.
gonna gloss over that.
That I like girls? Yeah, let's glance right past
because
that.
he didn't say the line.
Yeah, what's your age? This guy.
It's not the line! Oh, please, God, don't make that the line. I'll be in a lot of trouble real quickly. Well, at the time, shoot. Actually, yeah, let's really keep going here. Tyson, how have you been doing?
How convenient for you. I've just been smashing out a couple scalps here
Pussies. Oh, whoops.
Mm-hmm.
and there. Yeah.
Good job.
This environment's like really dog shit for anything like large scale. So I've just been scalping. It looks like the market's in compression, so it probably just scams for liquidity in both sides for a little bit longer. But I do think a big move is coming up, so I'm just gearing myself up.
Is it up? Is it going up?
I think it's up, yeah.
You're like a doctor who just got out of the operating room. Like, tell me, is she going to go up?
Yeah.
Yeah. Yes, I think Tyson, the Asian doctor, yes,
Operation
she'll be going
Success.
Doctor,
Operation
I think I'm
Success.
gay.
I'm sorry, Adam, you are diagnosed as homosexual.
We already knew that.
Doctor, I just asked if my wife is okay. Yeah, well, I did some
that's
additional
that's what
diagnosis
that's
on
what
you
the
as
paper
well.
says. It
Doctor,
says
you
you're gay. I'm
diagnosed me
sorry.
as gay, and now you're charging me $10,000. What kind of
Dave-
fucking country is this?
Dave Ramsey finds out he's gay. New
That sounds like a YouTube poop.
18 naked cowboys, a ram.
Oh, I'm glad there's a. I don't know if you were on that episode, Adam, but I'm glad you're an 18 Naked Cowboys enthusiast. I was trying to explain that.
Fan of that for
Yeah.
fucking ages.
Yeah, wanting to be sucked, wanting to. Okay, yeah, good. I'm glad we're all on the same page. Yeah.
When
So
did you come
I
out?
don't. Well, shortly after this podcast was created, really, I just projected my entire sexuality to the world after episode 1. But I know there's not too much to say about it, but we might as well try anyways because I've been looking at it lately, and my favorite characteristic of Bitcoin over the last week or two has been weird recoveries into 31K only for them to get completely negated within 6 or 7 hours after occurring. Obviously, it's the classic Bartism, which is the sign of a very unhealthy market, but it keeps happening and it's hilarious. But then again, we still haven't fallen below 28K, so I think this is just the new normal for another month or two, besides some health is shown either in crypto or the broader traditional market. So,
Actually,
Tyson, do you,
I have
okay.
a counterpoint for that.
All right, what is it?
Well, if you zoom in all the way into the 1 day, or maybe even the 4 hour,
The 1 second.
you look at the candle closes, and it looks a bit like a diamond bottom. Yeah, that's an actual that's a pattern.
Yeah,
Diamond.
What is
it's
a
really
diamond?
rare. Diamond's good. Diamond's good.
What is
Yeah.
a diamond bottom?
It's good
Late
at the
epic
bottom.
diamond hands. Am I right?
Yeah, but here's the thing: I don't really think this is gonna play out as a diamond bottom.
It's not
to be
real.
honest.
Let me put in some actual effort into extracting useful information from hopefully, I have a 33% chance, maybe one out of the three of you. What is a diamond bottom? Can you explain it to me?
Okay, well,
All right,
I don't know what
it's
Ari's
a diamond
looking at.
formation at the bottom.
What is
Are
it?
you
How
asking
can you
like
make a diamond?
why it's bullish? Like why?
I just don't know what it even looks like. I don't
It
know
looks
what
like
a diamond bottom is.
horizontal diamond. Okay,
So-
think of the Ethereum logo. Turn it on the side. Now imagine candle bodies fitting inside that. Okay?
Oh,
Well, are you saying-
I get it.
Oh, are you saying from
There
the
you
actual
go.
local bottom?
I doubt this is a local body. I think we're
Well,
gonna get
from the local
fucked
wiki
hard,
bottom?
like a
like
I don't
George
see that.
Johnson?
I don't-
The
I don't
reason-
see
like,
that.
like
The
Moira's
reason that
girlfriend.
diamond bottoms are bullish is because it's an area of compression, and the price has done a triple dive, but it's unable to go any lower, and so it's been pushed back upwards, and that could be a
Oh,
sign
yeah?
of
Is that all you got?
bottoming out. that?
Interesting. Did you have a follow up on that? Because I had something to say.
Yeah, so it's more or less what Tyson said, except
So
Okay.
63. Yeah.
What, 63? What? You could just say that? Is that some like technical term that smart people only know about?
I'm more of a
So all I'm
64
gonna
man
say
myself,
is-
so
If you know, you know.
yeah.
All right. Wow. More on terminology like that coming up soon. Yeah, and that as well. I'll just say real quick, I don't want to get overly technical with you guys, but here's my prognosis. If you look at the one day on the 28th of May, there's a green candle, and it's a nice little green candle. Ever since that green candle happened, it has not touched that again. And each time it's tried to get back down there, it's been rejected and gone back up. So what I'm saying is each day after 28th of May, there has been some type of higher low on the chart. And even right now, we're doing that classic 3 red days in a row thing. And it's still, as of this podcast, isn't lower than 30K, although it's really trying to be actually.
Yeah, it is like
30,030.
Right? Yeah, don't jinx it, you fucking.
Oh, it might be too close. So, but we're about. I'm just seeing a lot of higher lows getting printed on the one day, and I'm happy about
There's
that.
something a lot worse than that.
Okay, go ahead.
The 1 week.
Oh, don't make me click it.
We
Don't
actually
make me click
okay, so the weekly broke below a massive level, the 0.61865 on the macro.
Talking about Fib.
Talking about
yeah.
Fibonacci, I know
This
that.
is
I'm
the
talking
sort
about Fibonacci.
This is the support that held up like the entire bull run. I mean, like literally, like all of the latter half of 2020 and like all of 2021, like all of that. We broke below that on the weekly, and on the previous weekly candle, it tried to pump up above it, but it got completely rejected and back
you're
down.
right.
And here we are right now on this current weekly, and we're also getting rejected under that again. So this is actually horrendous, and
It's
frankly,
over.
frankly, you should be embarrassed.
Yeah.
When I say you, I'm talking about anyone that ever go into crypto. Like, why didn't you just listen to your grandfather and DCA into an index fund? Just eat rice and beans. Sacrifice your entire
You should have
youth.
bought gold and went to law school. You know, that's
Let
what you
your
should have done.
entire life pass you by, and just build and build until you're 65 when your dick doesn't even work, and that's when your real life begins.
I still can't believe there actually were people who just ate rice and beans to buy Link. Like, there were guys we
yeah.
knew who did that.
Well, we,
Yeah, of course.
all of us
I was
were
one of them.
were those people. Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I unironically, I was one of them. So
I spent all my money on Link.
I wish I was one of those people,
yeah,
but
2018, 2019, it was just a grind into Link.
I'll just tell you real quick. Piggybacking off of that, we did have about, what is this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, I don't know, 9 to 10 red weeks in a row. Now we got 2 little green ones that are showing failed wicks upward. That gives us a lot of room to have, I don't know, 9 more days of red candles or something. It basically resets the red candle count so it can keep going again. And if this is all the green we're going to get for a little while, then yeah, I think Bitcoin is in a lot of trouble. But I still don't see sub 20K. I still don't see it. But maybe that's why the term disbelief exists. So I don't know.
I'll zoom in for a little bit. I'll zoom in for a little bit. So if you go in the 4 hour, ever since the 12th of May, we have been consolidating under resistance, the 30.7K resistance. And the pumps up have been sharply rejected down, so those are just deviations. But I think if we just hold and crab under 30.7, it's still a bullish sign that we're going to make a move upwards.
When you click the 4 hour, Tyson, it is really funny. Just a jump to 31.3K, then a dump down to 29, then a pump to 31.
Dude, I fucking smashed a long on that. I long 29.
Are you serious?
And I closed at 31, yeah.
Oh my god.
That is always why I love cryptocurrencies, because of dumb stuff like that.
Sexy, mate.
What were you going to say, stupid. Adam, about... Oh, go ahead, Tyson. Then Adam
I was just going to say, like, in the meantime of this crab market, I've actually done some macro projections, so we'll just get into that a little bit later afterwards.
What do you mean? Why don't you say... Oh, you mean macro, like right? extra crypto, right? You mean like beyond crypto, or macro on Bitcoin as well?
Like macro timeline, like projecting past the 1 year.
I want to hear about that, but Adam, what were you going to say about disbelief? Fact or fiction?
Isn't disbelief kind of right before the giga dump?
I thought disbelief on the chart was right before the giga pump. Like, this rally will fail like the others.
Oh, yeah,
I can't remember my terminology.
Disbelief is a slow grind upwards.
Yeah. I'm looking at the 1 hour right now, and it just looks goofy as fuck.
This dude.
Bitcoin.
There's a joke that you can look up online that one of my old neighbors told me, that it's something about a misunderstanding about Goofy or something like that. And it was about Minnie and who she was having sex with. And the joke was, she was fucking Goofy. And it's some joke in there. So you guys reminded me of it. Yeah. It's like, she was fucking Goofy. Like, you know, so it's a whole thing. But I'm not going to tell.
The one where it's like, damn, bitch, you live like this?
No, I wasn't talking about that. But I do have an internal theory that most hot girls have dirty rooms, or at least I think it's hotter when girls do have dirty rooms.
Dude,
like they're bra sitting. Yeah, crazy wankers. But all right, let's
Adam, Jesus Christ.
Let's tone our boners down for a second, and Tyson, because we'll get to those later, even though we talked about those a little bit the latter end of the last episode. So what was your macro analysis, Tyson? I am interested.
Okay, so I don't really do this much, but I tried to use Elliott Wave to...
I'm not usually like this with other guys.
Yeah. I'm not like other girls. I'm different. So I tried to use Elliott Wave to chart macro Bitcoin, like the weekly. And I think I've been able to somewhat manage to do it. It looks like it's a 5 count. It's a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 wave, but it's an extended 5th wave. And apparently, if this plays out, this should be kind of the macro bottom. And I think, if I'm right, it should pump up eventually to 125 to 140K from here.
6 figs, baby!
And then hold on.
What will my mega weapon bags do when it does that? Okay.
And then dump back to 10K after that.
Oh my sick mad bastard. I remember you kind of talking about stuff like this back maybe episodes and episodes ago last year about some sort of super cycle. I think waves are very interesting and incredibly useful. My boy Alessio Rastani, hope he hears this, bro, talks about them as well, and I think that's very interesting, and I might be on the same page as you. But you talk about macro as in the course of the next year or two, or is that what you're talking about right now?
This should go up until 2024-ish.
I might be dead by then.
2 years. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I might be hanging from a fucking bridge somewhere in Juarez.
Yeah, I don't think I can make it that long again. But
I'm gonna tell you straight up, right now it looks really bottomed out. The stochastic and all that.
If it's gonna keep abusing this 30K resistance at the bottom and not break it after so many attempts. I mean, if it were in the 28s right now, that would be pretty dire.
You're
but it's not.
speaking way too soon right now. I feel like it's coming to its breaking point very, very soon now. And
so you're bearish.
Yeah, I think the weekly looks. I'd wait for this weekly to close first, but yeah, I
can't give his opinion until something else happens. But yeah, keep going.
What would you expect me to say?
You already have 9 years of data to make the next guess. You don't need one more fucking week to close before you make an informed opinion.
I need the 5 minutes to close. I need the 5 minutes.
In that.
Shh, hold on. Let's wait 5 minutes before you talk again. Hold on. Just kidding. Go ahead.
You know what?
Sorry.
You know what?
You're a good kid. You're a good kid. Sorry, that's why I pick on you.
You know what? You know what? I'm doing it.
Oh, jeez. It's coming. All right. Well, glad we got past that, everybody. But Tyson, I'm happy. Okay. Let me collect.
Is that the preschool podcast?
Yeah. Seriously, what if the podcast was just talking about jokes like, I hope we get juice. Yeah, fart. I hope we get juice boxes at nap time. Tyson.
Dude, I swear to God, every fucking episode we like go back in age. Like we're fucking like 13 right now, dude.
No, I think we're getting towards like 10 or 12. So
yeah.
I just set us back to the stone age with that one. So.
Next month we're like, his face looks funny.
Mommy, I'm tired. I need a nap. Welcome to the Pink Boys podcast.
You're a poopy loser.
All right. Now, I feel like that might have lost us some a little credibility with our technical analysis, but they can take our word for it. Our word for it.
Literally, all TA is done by fucking monkeys throwing darts at a dartboard. So
that's true.
Toddlers yelling about juice boxes is no different.
Yeah, you're very right. So maybe we're just exposing the shallowness of the intellectual that's needed for technical analysis. So speaking of things that not... Yes, there we go. But speaking of things not needed, apparently that's not Chainlink. Apparently a token is needed because there was some huge news regarding Chainlink over the last week. Yeah, it's made me very angry. It's made me very angry because I no longer own Chainlink.
Staking returns. Let's go.
Wait,
what happened? Was staking officially released or what?
No, staking was
the things
announced.
Yeah, it's all of that stuff there. 5%.
Isn't it already announced? What the fuck?
Yeah, it's been announced like the last 3 years.
Oh my god, you fucking
it was
poo-poo heads. Just read the book.
It was more heavily announced than what book? That stupid Fourth Industrial Revolution book? Some stupid
I'm
shit.
talking about the blog post. Come on, page 23, children. Open up the book. Now, Tyson Trades, can you read off the first
I'm not going to
chapter,
start
please?
now. I'm telling you that.
I'm reading the Witcher books. They're actually very good. But is there anything? Okay, first off, let me just lay it out. Chainlink has announced that they will be releasing staking this year, or they intend to, or they released more details on staking. I still think they're a bunch of scam artists.
More details on staking. That's what
okay. So how much do you know? Because I know a little bit.
I know the big thing is 5% and coming this year, basically. They've got a roadmap, a detailed roadmap, long-term goals and everything.
About fucking 4 years too late. Jesus Christ.
It's a roadmap for the next 4 years.
What? Wait, no. Okay. Now, this is some coon brain stuff. What you just did there, Adam, that was some coon brain stuff. Let's get into it. So,
let's unpack this.
Did you go ahead?
It reminds me like some rappers like, you're a loser, let's talk about it. Let's say that.
Stop, get some help.
Go ahead.
Get some help.
Go ahead. I liked that lead in.
So why is it late? Okay, for one, Chainlink is supposed to be the part of the Fourth Industrial Revolution, right? We're not even we haven't even touched the surface of that right now.
I'm gonna touch the surface of Sergey's head with a.
It's no, listen. It's more like like 10 years out. So like for it to be released now is not late.
Yeah, that's a fucking cope, dude.
That's kind of what Sergey implied anyway in that tweet. He was basically saying, just hold for 10 years or something like that.
Yeah, I know. Why the fuck would he say that in crypto?
Why wouldn't he? It's a legit project they're working on. What? Like that's not.
It's not legit. It's fake.
No, it's not that. You're stuck in like a coon brain thing right now. You're like, oh, it's only for gambling. Like, yes, there are legitimate use cases for it.
No, I just hate Sergey Nazarov, and
okay, that's what I'm saying. You're a coon brain. You're a child.
So I always wonder when I met Sergey.
This ties into my macro projection a little bit because. If what you're saying is right, Sergey has like all these projections and stuff.
Your Lego police station sucks.
Go ahead, Tyson.
Sick. My macro projection says that after it tops out at 130k ish, we then head into the Mega Bear, the Giga Bear. So if Sergey doesn't
probably this crushes Sergey.
If everything is not the way it wants to be by the time of like 2024 ish. 2025 around there, Chainlink is going to get crushed into fucking oblivion with the rest of the market, and it's not going to recover for like 2, maybe like fucking 4 or 5 years at that point.
Interesting. So I don't know if you guys ever played the Lego Island video game that was released around 1995, but the theme song was like Lego, and I just reminded me of it when he said that thing about the police set. But
I'm gonna say something real quick.
Go ahead.
Wait, what was I gonna say? Oh, I remember now.
I'm racist, and the only race I hate is Sergey Nazarov. Sorry.
Go ahead,
All right, sick. Lego is gay, and bionicle is what the Chads played with.
Bionicle is Lego. It's from the same company. You fucking idiot.
I know, but it's distinctly like different. Like you got people that. No. Okay, listen. I'm gonna set up a tier list right now. If you played with Playmobil, you're a subhuman, and like
okay, I'll join you on that.
Yeah, you're fucked up. If you're a girl and you played with Polly Pocket, I don't even know what to say.
Polly Pocket was alright.
Yeah. But all right, now we get into so you got Mega Blocks, right? That's like some like Ooga Booga Chad stuff. So it's like stupid Chads played with that. And Lego is like such a midwit toy, and then you got Bionicle. That's what like Bionicle was transcendent. It was. What
I swear to Anui, I will fucking end you. But you forgot something and showed your age. There are also Kinects. And Kinects were a huge competitor with Lego.
Yes.
But okay.
Speaking of Kinects, you know what Mog's Bionicle? Lego Technic. You guys have that?
Yeah.
Oh, but that's a lot later. Oh no, actually,
well, that was kind of that was their answer to Kinects. Basically, it was a war that was going on, but
a secret war.
Secret world under the noses of 5-year-olds everywhere. So
no, wait, yeah, Kinects was chat. There was this other one as well. There was the magnet one. What the fuck was that called?
Mechanica, or what is it?
Was it? Mechanica?
I know what you're talking about. But that's a little too niche. We don't need to get on the outskirts of that discussion. But I guess we're still briefly on the subject of connecting things together. So I'll just say real quick. I have a few things to point out about this. It's about fucking time that Chainlink did this. It's taken a bit too long. 5% is too low. Nobody cares about staking anymore. And when I met Sergey 4 years ago, he disappeared onto a subway platform because a psychotic stalker was bothering him in the streets. I should have followed him down that platform and before it arrived. And that would have solved a lot of big issues around this project. So, but the one thing about it was, I
have a counterpoint.
Okay.
So, Sergey's a very big man, and like because of that,
yeah, you're right. I wouldn't have had the fulcrum. I would have really had to get under there. He was big. He was fucking fat when I saw him too. He must have been at his biggest. So
he's my full power, kid.
Yeah, I would have been pushing him. What would a Russian say? Is just like, you are weak. That's what
you ever stopped growing?
Yeah, that's very true. But someone was trying to explain, someone much smarter than me was trying to say that with staking, they're going to stop pumping so much money into their own ecosystem by selling Link and actually require their partners to pay for their Oracle and on-chain confirmations. And I think once these people are forced to do that, they're not going to pay up, and they're just going to go to a cheaper platform if Chainlink can't adapt to that.
No, it's not going to happen.
Here's why
Okay,
you're
why
wrong.
not?
It literally would not work if they didn't pay up.
Yeah, they just go to something else then.
Yeah,
Another
but who,
a
though?
smart
What,
Oracle.
like API
A Dark Link,
or
Fork Link.
Shadow Fork. Shadow.
I love there was like back in the day there was an orange Link logo and it was called Shadow Link or something.
Shadow Fork.
Yeah.
It was Shadow Fork.
Yeah, it's so fun. See, you know what? The day Link stopped being fun was the day they changed its logo away from the cube. That
They
if
never
they changed it
the
back,
logo away from the cube.
nah, now it's just the octagon and the Star of David. It's
No,
a
I
lot
swear
less
they
fun.
never got rid of the
The
cube.
Star of David. Calm down there, Moya. Jesus.
That is what it is. I mean, it's like the center of the Star of David, yeah. And like again, Chainlink has its occult connections.
all right.
It has its occult connections, you know, Saturn. Blah, 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 blah.
Kabbalistic connections. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Anything else? Do you guys have anything else to say about Chainlink before we get things going? So.
Yeah. So what was that, Tyson?
Huh?
Someone just made a weird growling noise, but I'm used to weird noises.
I feel
by
like
now. Go
Tyson
ahead.
like stroked himself and like had a
Tyson?
little mini-gasm.
Are you
He
there?
was like, oh god, yeah, baby.
Tyson's dead.
No,
Oh.
I'm here. So,
Oh, do you remember that time I thought Tyson had a stroke on when was having a chat to
oh,
him?
yeah.
Wait, what happened? What happened?
I was
told the story
I was talking to
before.
Tyson about something. We were working on something, and we were on this call, and then I go away for like 5 minutes to go do something, and then I come back, and all I just hear is, and I thought Tyson had a stroke at his desk, and was asked crying for help, and I was like, oh fuck, I need to find out how to get an ambulance in New Zealand to his house.
I need an ambulance in New Zealand. Stat.
And I was like,
so funny.
I'm really stressed out for like 25-30 minutes, and then Tyson just woke up. He's like, oh yeah, sorry, I fell asleep. And I'm like,
That's great.
Jesus
God damn.
Christ.
Well, speaking of scam artists like Sergey and in some instances Tyson, you guys see this? What the hell's going on with Tesla's stock lately, and just Elon Musk stuff in general? What is going on?
Did he
there?
end up buying
So-
Twitter?
Yeah, I think
you know what?
it's
I'll
still
answer
being
that, but
finalized.
go ahead, Tyson.
I think it's still
Okay,
being
go ahead.
finalized, the Twitter purchase. But I think that the Tesla bubble might have popped. Finally, might have
Really?
happened. Yeah.
Mm.
The chart looks like it's like really fucking topped out at this point.
Mm.
And
Sharply, was it ever above 1K? Did that happen? I can't remember.
It's been
Yeah.
above
I
think it was,
2K,
yeah.
I swear.
Really? And it's sub 1K now, correct?
Oh wait, no,
no,
sorry,
the
it's
all-time
never-
high
it's
was
never been
12
2K.
1250, and now it's
Yeah,
720.
it's never been 2K. Sorry about that.
But it
I
looks really
apologize.
bad. It's probably
Yeah,
like a local
it's-
bottom here, but it's probably going to print like a lower high from here.
Really? I mean, I think people were starting to recognize the true value of the company, or maybe Elon Musk is being too careless with his spending. And people are taking note of that. I don't know. Or it's just falling in relation to the market as quickly as it went up. Because
Yeah, it's like
I don't think this. Go ahead.
it's like Tesla retains the value that it does because it's a narrative stock, right? Like it's telling a story about like Elon's vision for the future.
Futurology.
And as long as people believe in his vision, the stock remains afloat, right? But I guess if you couple inflation with like the shitty economic turmoil that we're having, people really can't afford to buy that narrative anymore. And they're looking at him. I think they're transitioning their lens on Tesla from like the golden child with like a golden narrative into something that they place more scrutiny on. And I think that could be the reason that the Tesla bubble is popping.
Well, it's all narrative based as well with his other company, with SpaceX as well. The second you bring it up, someone will say something stupid along the lines
They
of,
go to
"But did you?"
Mars. They go to Mars.
No, okay, they'll say that, but they'll also, yeah, but did you see what they did with Ukraine? They gave them access to their satellites for Ukraine. They did this thing that was in the news. Yeah, but bodega, you know, it's so stupid. There's no tangible advantages to this company, and like the House of Cards, and I do firmly think that there are level-headed engineers that have made Tesla what it is, and I understand we've had this argument before, but I think a lot of what he talks about is a house of cards, including that Twitter purchase. I think he completely devalued the company and is looking to expose it for bots so he can say, I am pulling out of this deal, and here's my platform that everyone should come to. And that'll be the end of it.
He does that.
Yeah, I can't be mad at him for that. Yeah. But it also makes him a scam artist as well.
And that's going to pump
he already is a scam artist.
Crypto social media projects like Lens Protocol on Aave.
I forgot about this tenuous connection you brought up before.
That's some deep alpha right there.
That is as deep as that's some deep long range alpha right there. Yeah. Absolutely. Okay.
Yeah. In other news, so when you when you're cooking spinach and it shrinks, so if you can get it nice and well cooked before it shrinks enough, so you can maintain the leaf shape, its dimensions, it's pretty impressive. Yeah.
Cook that in what? A pan?
Pan fried with onions.
I mean, shit.
Oh, speaking of cooking spinach, I've actually now decided to eat healthy. I'm not cooking all my meals.
That's quite a turnaround.
I've thrown away my Uber Eats for good.
Well, Tyson, you put me through the most exhausting, brain-dead shit I've ever heard in my life last week. We just got done recording, and it was a very Pink Boys Discord meeting because I was playing fan-made Sonic games while Tyson was looking at Subway items.
Oh, that was cool.
And it was a lot of fun. I enjoyed myself, but the thing I didn't know is that Tyson pivoted to Chinese food, and I heard his conversation with a very confused Chinese woman. Tyson said, "I'll have C7," and she's like, "What do you mean C?" She didn't know what he meant when he was saying what he wanted through the method they have on their fucking menu. Yeah, you dumb bitch.
Yeah, but
it was
Tyson,
so stupid.
They don't when you're working on the other side. They don't type in C7. They're like, oh, okay, it's chicken something.
They should know that though by heart. I used to go to a pho place and they would know when you said the number. They have to, but it's just a funny cultural thing because Tyson is an Asian man and he couldn't communicate effectively with another Asian woman, Chinese woman. It was funny to watch the divide, but then. After he orders it, he says, all right, I'll be right back. And then he gets back on Discord from his Uber. So this motherfucker orders his food for $20, then spends another $30 to go get it in an Uber. That's $50 for Chinese food.
Yeah, because that place doesn't have delivery. So what the fuck am I supposed to do?
Exist like a human being. Ask someone for. We hear a car fucking drive by your house every 5 seconds while we're recording this podcast. Just hop in and get a ride.
Tyson is a rich man that lives the most normal, lazy life that's been made a little bit more convenient.
It's fucked. It is so fucked.
Just
some people I don't know. It's interesting to watch. It's you are such a normal person, but you just throw money at shit to make things easier.
I don't know. Maybe you could do a better job at mimicking this than me, but he reminds me of if a really poor British person were talking about what they would do if they had $1 million. Like, me, if I had $1 million, I'd eat all the bangers and mash I could, and then blah, blah, and then I'd go have a pint and blah. That's Tyson.
Yeah, you joke about that. I've talked to so many normal people, and I've brought this question up, what would you do? And it's always the same fucking thing, oh, mate, I'll buy a Rolex, I'll buy a fucking Ferrari.
Rolex.
And I'll be like, no, that's hard. That's not fair on Tyson. He's literally a full-time trader and does this and that, and he's playing around with asset classes and looking to expand his net worth. These people I were talking to, this is a question. Like, so if you had like an inheritance or you'd won the lottery, what would you do there? Like they none of them, absolutely none of them, brought up the idea of investing or anything like that. Not even
but that would be cringe anyways. But who wants to do that?
Just like do the classic like lottery, like you have a like way higher chance of getting murdered or whatever, and like kidnapped if you win the lottery. So just do it all.
You say
on
that
coke
my
and hookers.
old neighbors won the lottery twice.
That sounds like a
Really?
mafia scam.
I've seen that on TV too, a story about some guy who won the lottery, and then he also went into the lottery with some other chick and won it again years later, and then someone killed one of them.
Like,
killed
dude,
each other at some
crazy,
point.
dude. Like
So-
I remember, this is years ago, but like we had neighbors always growing up with all of that left someday, and then like just someday we like bumped into them. I was like with my mum, I think. I was like a kid, and like they're like, oh, what how's it? How you been, darling? Oh,
How you been, love? How you been?
yeah. And it's,
Down
and it's
away,
like,
Joe. The down away,
and it's
Joe.
like-
Yeah.
and it's like, first of all, they were like,
don't
oh
say
yeah,
that.
so my husband died, and then she was like, yeah, but we won the lottery twice, so now we live by the beach and we're just kind of chilling.
Oh my
like,
god! Oh, this
oh,
is someone
that's
you know in
lovely.
real life?
Yes.
Oh my god, that's crazy.
Yeah,
That's
I mean, I
super
literally
interesting.
mean my old neighbors. They won the lottery twice.
Damn,
Damn.
that is
Yeah.
impressive. Well, look them up. We can go steal stuff from them. So
Now they were really, they were really nice. They were so much nicer than my current neighbors.
good. Makes them all easier to rob. So and then they'll make a crime podcast about it.
Yeah. Oh well.
Dude, speaking of crime podcasts, holy shit, that's my way of coping when I'm fucking cooking these days. Like, I just throw on
Really?
these fucking like murder podcasts while I'm cooking up that spaghetti. And dude, criminals are so fucking retarded. It's fucking unreal. Like, this is a story, right, about this girl who killed her father because she wanted to like
Have
be
sex
with
with
her
him.
boyfriend.
Oh, is that
Well,
Asian
like-
girl?
No. It's like this white girl who killed her father because like apparently
He
literally
didn't
didn't
approve
even-
of her having sex with dogs.
he didn't even do anything. He just like he met with the boyfriend like one time and he's like, "Oh, I don't like him." Like that's he didn't even restrict her to like see him or not. He didn't put any like restrictions and all that shit and she just fucking killed him. That's so weird.
It's Dad's last word.
That's so weird, man.
What's his name?
What are you gonna do? Kill me?
Yeah, what are you gonna do? Kill? Yeah, Tyson. I'll say it one time, and I know it sounds very. I don't even want to say the word. It sounds effeminate. So I'm looking for better words than saying the ones you usually say. But BuzzFeed Unsolved Crime podcast is very good. I listen to it. It's
Hell yes,
very
sister.
good. It's fun, and they have a ghost hunting one as well, which is really good. And they also throw in a little humor. There was one crime podcast that got really popular. It was called Serial, and it was about some stupid Muslim guy that claims he didn't kill.
Adnan.
Dude, all right,
What's
this is
that?
one more
I
that
know,
that reminded me
that's the
of
guy. That's the guy.
Yeah,
I've listened
he
to
definitely
Serial.
did it. He did it. So
Yeah.
that's why it was stupid. It was like, I didn't do it. Like 3 episodes of him saying that. It's like, okay, we look back at this. You probably did. So enjoy jail, fucking loser. So what were you
Dude,
gonna say?
Ari, this is one murder that reminded me of you like straight away. So this is guy like he's like 19 or 20, and
He dressed up as Sonic the Hedgehog.
Oh, no.
he's like a nice guy, but he just like didn't take his meds for like 6 months.
Okay. Much like Ari.
Okay.
Jesus Christ.
No, I haven't
And then
taken
he
my
just-
meds for years now. Actually, thank
And then
you
one
very
day he
much.
just like one day he just like fucking snapped and then like ran into like this guy's garage, just like stabbed 3 people, then started eating this guy's face. And
Let's
then
go.
so the police like they brought out the police dog and it was like biting him and shit, but he just kept eating the guy's face like no matter what.
Dude, that's fucking creepy. Holy
Bates
shit.
department. Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
That sounds
yeah.
like the beginning of Resident Evil 1. If you, well, you might know what
Seriously.
I'm talking about.
Well, that's also like the guy in Miami who was caught during the bath salts craze, where he was just eating someone's face in the middle of the street, just straight full zombie
What's
mode.
their end game?
So, yeah.
What did he mean by this?
Yeah.
What did he mean by that?
Hey, there's a lot of good stuff out there, but good serial killers, Richard Chase, Albert Fish. There's a lot of good dudes out there.
Albert Fish was he fucked kids, so I don't know. I'm not a big fan of him.
I don't know if he did that or not, but he killed them and cooked them, and then sent letters to their parents saying, "Here's how your daughter tasted.
God.
It tasted really good."
I'm gonna shout out my top two, the top two current. Kind of comfy, kind of crime, schizo, esoteric, that kind of like mysterious, like
okay,
that kind of thing. Okay, so currently I'm listening to, I've already mentioned Chilluminati before, but yes, the Chilluminati podcast. And it's another one called Lights Out, and this one's very comfy. This is the more comfy one, and I encourage all of you to at least check out a few of these episodes. You can easily fall asleep to a Lights Out episode at night.
All right.
The other one. Sorry.
Okay.
Fuck. What was it called? The one by George Knapp. The one with George Knapp.
Oh, Coast to Coast.
Coast to Coast. That's right. Yeah.
Oh, I used to be a subscriber. Don't get me started on Coast to Coast. Some episodes are good. Some are straight up advertisements for some people's batshit health regimens. Just eat monkey buttholes for 10 weeks and you'll whatever. But I do. Go ahead.
Oh, I was just gonna say, I'm a fan of those Jim Can't Swim ones on YouTube. Those like long, like yeah. Those are really good.
Oh yeah, everything I mentioned there are all very long. Like the John
Coast
Wayne
to
Gacy
Coast episodes are
about
Coast to Coast are about 3 hours long, but they're great. I used to be a subscriber and just listen to episodes during the day, and then I was like, wait, they're kind of saying the same thing over and over. And George Knapp believes in literally everything. He's like, this guy said he saw a UFO 20 years ago, and he did. Here's why.
I like George Knapp.
How could you not? He's great. He's like the Geraldo Rivera of UFOs. So.
Yeah. He's a professional conspiracy theorist, is what he is.
Yeah. You
Speaking
are
of criminals.
Is the Alessio Restano of Chris?
There you go.
I saw one that reminded me of Ari, but I also saw one that reminded me of you, Moyer.
What? Me?
Yeah. So this guy's so fucking funny, right? He goes to the doctor, asks him to like give him some meds for his back pain. The doctor like refuses, and he just like shoots up the fucking hospital afterwards.
Why?
I wish I had that kind of confidence and forward thinking. So maybe I should do that at the dentist next time they don't give me a painkiller after a fucking root canal. I'd be like, yeah, well, here's a gun in my hand, so you should just write out the prescription, and then I'll leave, and there won't be any problem. So, man, thanks for that good idea. Tune in next week, I guess.
No, I think you can tune in a whole lot earlier than that. That shit will be in the news, boy.
Absolutely.
Wait, hold on. What
absolutely.
the fuck? The Last of Us Part 1 is getting a full-on remake. Why?
Yeah, I don't know why.
It's a good game.
I mean, it is a really it's a great game, but I'm just
point?
wondering, like, of all the games, why does that need a remake? Like,
Wait, remake or remaster?
No, this is a from the ground up remake. It already had a remaster. Yeah,
I think they're gonna change it to make things more in line with the.
No, I think it's the same game.
Miscombobulation of Last of Us 2. Well, I think the gameplay could use a lot of fixing in that game. It's just shooting zombies over and over. It's kind of fucking boring. Yeah. I liked it for the story.
I like the stealth. I like the bottle throwing mechanics.
The
sound mechanics and shit.
I got a problem with those games. Uncharted got just third-person action games on Sony consoles. Who fucking cares? It's all the same shit, and they release the same thing over and over. What?
I love Uncharted, to be honest.
Because you're an average gamer.
The Resident Evil 4 VR, the remake VR version thing.
That'll be pretty cool.
My mouse just ran out of battery.
Good.
Let's continue as you were.
I look forward to playing RE4, the remake, in VR. I think that's going to be fucking transformative.
That will be a lot of fun, man. I guess for checking off all the I guess content enjoyer boxes. I got a few things that I've been watching because I have my cycle right now. We got the series finale for Legacies, which is a spinoff of a vampire show, which I don't think anyone watches. I started watching the Orville. I'm sorry, but it's fucking amazing.
The one with Seth MacFarlane?
It's incredible because it starts out as half funny, half serious, and then it just gets more serious because they realize how good it is when it's a real life show, and it's I couldn't recommend it more. And there's a lot of new. I'm not a Trekkie type person, but there's a lot of new Star Wars shows out, and people are saying that Star Trek. There's a lot of people who say this show, The Orville, treats Star Trek with more respect than the new Star Trek shows, and it's funny. On top of that, it's just a nice, relaxing thing to kick back to, and I like it a lot. I can't recommend enough, and it just got rebooted on Hulu. I'm also watching Obi-Wan, which is fucking terrible and the biggest joke I've ever seen in my life. It's terrible. And then The Boys.
How was The Boys?
How do I like The Boys?
Yeah, Boys.
I
like the dick
like
exploding scene because I'm homosexual.
Wait, that was his dick that was exploding?
Yeah, did you not see that?
I thought he crawled up his ass and then exploded.
He crawled up his dick hole and exploded.
Really? I could have sworn that was his asshole.
100%.
I have a few issues. Maeve is a non-character now. Butcher seems kind of distant, but that guy, what's his name, Homelander, carries the entire show on his back.
Anthony Starr is so good.
If it weren't that guy and that character, that actor and that character, it would. I don't know how good the show would be doing, but that guy and unfortunately the guy who plays Dewey play their characters really. They put up their characters incredibly, and I enjoy it. But sometimes it's a little too violent. Like when that girl killed herself and actually died jumping off the building, that got me. That was kind of fucked up. I was like, yeah. For once in a long time, I was like, that's kind of messed up. But that's what the show isn't afraid to do, so I should respect that. But I think it's really good so far. I think I've only watched The Boys
season 1, but I found it really funny that Homelander had a mommy fetish.
He had a big time mommy fetish,
and made it more based.
Yeah, and most of the show is him trying to reconcile himself with that because, he never had a mom. He grew up in a petri dish. So, I mean, it's an interesting concept. But the thing that bothers me about the show is everyone is dark and fucked up and has a secret. There's no just, I'm a normal person and I'm not that bad. I'm not that good either. Or maybe there's superheroes that are just a good person. Instead, it's Starlight, who is perfect in every way, and maybe makes the occasional mistake.
Man,
and then anyone else,
Starlight.
Yeah, she's super hot. And then anyone else just has this incriminating dark side. And no matter how nice you think they are, they accidentally like jerk off behind the scenes or do something weird. It's all right. Like
it's true.
It's a little too nihilistic. It's a little too nihilistic for me, but but yeah, Obi-Wan is unwatchable. It's just that
it's so the last bad. Few episodes. It's so bad.
There's a scene where Darth Vader is like, "I will now cause you the pain that you caused me," and he drags Obi-Wan through the fire.
Star Wars, you're all gay.
Then the fire lights up again, and Darth Vader like runs away from it. Yeah. Well, you never watched it, and you didn't grow up with it, so it's kind of too late to get. I
watched the original trilogy when I was pretty young, and I loved it.
All right, well then, so you do like Star Wars then?
No, I grew up with shit like Rush Hour. Actually, that was probably the big one for me.
That's your big childhood trilogy. Okay, that's fair.
Well, not a trilogy. No, I used to watch. It's gonna sound weird. I used to watch Rush Hour 1 and 2 on like repeat or like all day. It's weird like that.
And, and you criticize us for what we watch on TV. Shut the
It could be worse.
No, listen. That was just like one of those things I did because I really liked those movies.
You just start acting up in a fit of autistic rage. You're like, and your mom's like, "Put on Rush Hour quick so he'll stop." And then you're like,
funny enough, I think the film I've rewatched the most times is actually Spider-Man 3. That's why I hate the series so much.
Spider-Man, yeah. Spider-Man 1, the original on VHS. I used to watch that. Harry Potter as well.
Dude, I watched Spider-Man 3 like fucking 6 times in one day, dude. Holy shit.
I can only watch Harry Potter up until things get serious. Once Cedric Diggory dies, I can't watch it anymore. I'm like, I like when everything's tucked away.
Wait, how young are we going when we're talking about like movies and stuff?
What do you mean?
Of course, Pixar and stuff as well. Like, are you talking about like what we grew up with, or like what?
Toy Story was okay, I guess.
Well, what do you mean? Movies we grew up with? I mean, I don't know,
dude. Honestly, I'm half asleep right now, so.
Oh, well, that's impressive. Thanks for that.
Yeah.
Thank you
Oh
for
God,
that.
for real, for real.
Yeah, for real, for real. Well, you guys got anything else on the back end or what?
I did more autistic research this week.
About Wells or what?
No, I've moved
Well-
I've moved on to linguistics this week. So I was researching this thing called linguistic relativity, right? And it's this theory or hypothesis that says the language that you're raised with determines your thoughts and the amount of information you're able to process, right? So if you have a language that isn't able to be precise, you're not going to be able to think in precise terms. And I thought, is there any evidence for it? And it turns out there is. There's this language spoken in like the fucking Amazon jungle called like the Paraha language, right? And these dudes, they have like literally no concept of like so you know like the fucking you know like the test where monkeys they if they see an object leave their side of view, they don't think it exists anymore. That's like literally their fucking language. Like they have no conception of like someone else going somewhere and not exist, but still existing, but not being in their side of view.
That's amazing.
If you leave
it's called object
side of view,
evidence.
they just like they use the same word for dead as being gone.
But that's based though, because like honestly, how can you really prove them wrong? Like right now, are you guys actually being rendered in engine right now, or am I talking to an NPC AI?
Well,
Like,
I
how
can
do
tell
you-
you
how
that
do
I
I know
exist
that?
right now. So
Yeah, but how can I take your word for that? You could just be a scripted NPC right now. What you don't understand is I am the protagonist right now, and you guys are not real people, and I am Neo.
Yeah, everyone loves
I
the
have to
protagonist
return-
who sits
Hey,
in his
guys,
room and
I
watches
have to
Rush Hour
return
all
some
day.
videotapes.
Interesting. So
They got me thinking like
Go ahead.
maybe there's like maybe in the future, if people like really pick up on this theory, countries or nationalities could craft like their own language to like suit their strengths. Like maybe
Tyson.
maybe India, who's like really strong in tech, they could like craft like a really precise technical language.
The
and
tech
they would,
superpower.
yeah.
So wait, so
Tech
your-
support.
This hypothesis, right? Does this hypothesis imply that that like if you were to expand your vocabulary, that you would be able to think bigger, if that makes sense?
Yeah.
Sort
Like
of.
detail
Sort
and
of.
depth, right? So maybe you're telling me if you just learn like a bunch of random fucking words, just like really autistically, like
It's not the words itself, but like the context and how like common words are used in your society. You
Damn,
can use
that's
you can like learn all the fucking like obscure words you want, but if it's not like something
Mhm.
that's being actively used in your society, it's not
oh,
gonna
okay.
create like the neural pathways to lead to that sort of new thought.
So I'm talking about like so you know how there are words that kind of there are words that you can use that allow you to not use like other words. So like you can use this one word instead of saying like a string of like 5 of them, right? So in that sense, like one word has like a lot of intricacy to it.
I
and
had an
detail.
idea.
See, so
I don't think that's
if you were to-
intricate. I think it's rough actually. I would say the
Really?
5 words is actually more precise because you can tweak it and like for example, some languages they only have like one word for snow, but then English you can say like that.
well, no,
It's like
because
a soft snow or hard snow.
that singular word's very, very specific. Like it may be very, very specific.
Are you guys talking
Contextual.
about efficiency and how you use language? So
Yeah,
let's
so like
say
you can go about things 2 ways, right? What I'm basically saying is like learning those, like I'm talking about like really bougie words that like you most people just wouldn't say, like even in a formal context.
Indubitably.
Like it's just there, so like that for that very specific thing, you have that word to like cut corners. Like you'd never use it, but it's there, right? I'm saying if you were to expand your vocabulary with words like that, like just random bits of fucking detail, like would that allow you to think?
Well, people wouldn't
bigger?
Understand. Like, what the fuck?
Well, it's not about people. It's just about you in your head.
Well, it would
Like,
certainly
if
make
you
us
have
a
bigger
lot
dreams.
smarter, a lot quicker, and make us a bit more efficient as well. I mean, the way we communicate is incredibly inefficient. I takes 20 minutes to explain a concept that would take most people 30 seconds, but he's long-winded and he likes hearing himself talk. So if we can do something about it, then...
I'm not sure if this answers your question,
no,
Ari,
honestly,
but,
you're not wrong.
but
Though
most
I am
languages,
very, very long-winded.
most languages, Ari, it's a battle for efficiency versus precision, right? So the more precision you have, the more obscure words and the harder it is of a language to learn and speak.
Yeah.
But the more efficient it is, like the more rough and non-granular it is.
Well, we laugh at the way those guys communicate when they just go, ooh, mugabi, whatever the fuck they say. But then in the future, they'll probably look back and be, wow, look at how inefficiently, Tyson's, I had to order Subway. I am a fat fuck. Like it took him that many words to say something much simpler where we just go like, and then we're done, and now we can move more efficiently as a species. So that's interesting. But you're saying it translates to the way you think as well. So
Yeah.
The way you talk, that's what you absorb, and that translates to the way you think. Because the way we think in our heads is how we talk as well. I think to myself in English words and sentences, and I think to myself,
What a wonderful world. I guess what is his name? Louis something. He sounds like he's
Louis
fucking
Armstrong,
dying.
Yeah,
maybe,
Louis Armstrong.
Yeah, he sounds like he's fucking dying.
I think the guy who sings the songs in Toy Story has a version of that. What's the name of the guy who sings all the songs in Toy Story? Like, I was walking down the street and I don't know. You guys know what I'm talking about?
Wait,
I don't know
know.
what you're talking.
Smash
I don't know what you're talking about, huh?
All his songs sound the same, but all right.
It's Smash Mouth.
Oh, we
for
got
the record, I just wanted to say I ramble because I'm
You're
retarded.
homosexual. We know.
I just wanted to clarify that it's because I'm retarded.
Okay.
So-
Well, we've cleaned up a lot of stuff here. A little frenetic on the back end, but definitely a lot of useful stuff in the beginning. So whoever's still around,
What's
we
the name
thank
of the
you.
skin on your forehead?
What?
Foreskin.
Scrotum.
You almost got me. Tyson fell hook, line, and sinker. But with that, we left you all with a joke. But Tyson, you got anything to finish off with?
I have like one mini topic if we still have a bit of time.
Yeah, we do.
Sort of
Keep
a-
going. Just to
sort of
annoy
a
I
me.
don't
question.
think Moya.
I
has
don't
the
really
time.
have the time,
Yeah.
but
All right. I'll save it for next time.
Yeah,
But,
same for
yeah,
next week.
save it for next time.
Edge
Key
that
level
wiener, boy.
is 30.7, and ETH it's about 1840 around there. If ETH breaks above 1840, I'm probably gonna long it to 1920ish, and if that breaks, we can probably see 2100 around there.
Giga
Okay.
math.
All right. Adam, what do you got?
I don't understand the market in this
Mm.
current place. I'm waiting for a sign, either up or down. So I'm just waiting for clarity.
Fair enough. I want to drop a nuclear missile on Australia and kill everyone in that country in hellfire. So
Nice.
That's
Same.
rude.
that's my closing point. And I play us out outside of what you usually play us out with, the noise you make. Give us something good to eat on our way out here.
You'll become so dumb I can feel you will become so tired.
Okay, that's enough.